Okay, so today I'm going to go over how to set up modules in Canvas. This is something I've never used before March of 2020. I'd always thought about it and then wasn't really sure how to make it work in my class. But once we moved to e-learning, it became a really useful tool for keeping track of student engagement on a daily basis. But now for my summer school class, we were told that it had to be a self-paced course, which became a little tricky because you have to have the content for the entire semester available for students to complete at their own pace. So using the modules in Canvas allows for you to set parameters and guidelines and expectations for each day before students can advance to the next step. So here's how you do it. So you start out on your Canvas page, whatever it looks like to begin with. It can be helpful to have your assignments created in advance, but you don't have to. And I've done a little bit of both in my summer school class. So if you click on modules, that'll take you to the modules window, which will start out looking like this. There's really nothing there at all. And you can add existing content, which you'll pull from another course, or you can create a new module. So for this one, I'm just going to call it day one self-paced. And when you create it, you can lock it until a particular day so that students can't access it until that day. So if you were doing a live class where you wanted something not to be available until the second day, you could do that. I'm not going to lock this one though, because it's a fake class. So now that I've created the module, you'll see that there's nothing there. You have to publish it, and I often forget to do that, and then kids say they can't access a document or an assignment because it's in an unpublished module. Well, then you go back here and you click this. So I'm going to publish it right off the bat here. To add something to the module, you click this plus, and there's several options of what you can do. So you can add an assignment, a quiz, a file, a page, a discussion, a text header. A text header can be helpful. So these are the assignments for day one. And you can just add it. So that just gives you a text header. There's nothing, they don't click it, they can't do anything with it. You go ahead and publish that if you want to. Now for an assignment, you can just go ahead and click an assignment. And if you have assignments that are existing, you can put those in. So let's add a couple. I'm going to go with one that's already there. And we'll add the about me. And then there's something else that I think I want to work on. So I'm going to add a new assignment, and I'm just going to call this new assignment. Now that assignment has nothing in it, so you'll have to actually edit it, but it is there. So right now, the module would show up for students this way, and they could see the assignments. But if you wanted to set requirements, you can click on these little dots over here and get to the edit, and you can add requirements. So you can make it so that students have to complete them all, or perhaps they have to do them in the order in which you put them there. And so you can put those there. So for the writing prompt, for this one, I want it to be submitted. Then for the next assignment, about me, and you'll notice the assignments automatically show up over here. And new assignment, but this one, since it's there, and let's say for this one, I want them to score at least a 5. So you could do that if you had a quiz, you want them to go back and take it again, you set a limit to what they have to do in order for that to happen. And then that will update. Sure, I'm not, this, when you're playing around, it'll do that. So this one says complete all items. So that's how that particular module will show up. Let's add another one. And we're going to add a prerequisite. So for this one, we're going to add the prerequisite will be day one self-paced. So in order for students to unlock the next module, they will have to actually have completed the first day module. Now for this one, let's just add another new assignment, number 2, just to get some content in there. And we'll click edit. And for this one, for the requirements, we're just going to say student must complete one of these assignments. So if there was another assignment, which I don't have, you have multiple assignments, and for the module to be complete, you can just have them have to do one. This worked really well for our e-learning, where students had to complete a single assignment in a week. in order to be engaged. By setting it up this way, when I clicked up here on view progress, it listed all my students. And if they were here, you could click them and it would show you who has, student by student, you click through and you could see if the modules were complete or if they were just unlocked. If they were complete and you counted up, you knew that they had enough engagement. If not, you knew who you had to contact. So it was a nice way to be able to quickly go through my list and see who had everything done. So that's the basics of how you set up your modules. You can move things around if you want to change the order, you drag things around. If you need to publish, just remember you got to publish this. This one says complete one item. So in this particular case, that's how I set it up. And this one has a prerequisite. So you can go out there and play with those. I think it's really helpful. I'm using it for the first time as a self-paced in my summer school class that starts on June 1st. So I guess after that happens, I'll have a better idea of how well it worked, but I think it's going to work great. And hopefully you found this helpful. And if you need help, my warm people, just reach out. Have a great day. Bye now.